Hello, this is me, Cameron Daniels, and this is me being ill. So you're not going to see me on screen today. I look terrible, so not doing that. But I can do a few comments about Bolton, having watched the Accrington versus Bolton game. And yeah, I've made some notes, and they're on screen. So let's have a go at them. Doyle miss, unbelievable. Oh right, okay. So it was free on the left hand side, and he just skewed his shot. I mean, it didn't even go out for a corner or a corner or a throw in. It was just horrific. I mean, he should have buried it. I think Doyle shit to start with, but that's just to prove how bad he is. Accrington long ball. Accrington was basically hitting it from the defenders straight up to the fucking strikers all game. And to be honest, that's how they scored, but that's by the by. We can't deal with that sort of team at all. We've got Lee cleared and then Dixon off the line. Well, I mean, Jesus, what the hell was going on in our box? I mean, eventually I think we got a free kick out of it. I think they were offside maybe. But they had us in all sorts of trouble with balls into the box, balls in the air. With no Santos, we were really fucked, to be honest. Doyle and John miss. Yeah. Doyle, too slow to get onto the ball. I think Affeline put him through. And then John, Doyle, since it left footed, goalkeeper saved it, came out, did a really bad job when he saved it actually, but came straight out to one of players, which was Declan John. He tried hitting it rather than heading it, and yeah, he got back to get it. It was a good save, but we should have scored. Doyle, terrible pass. Again, we were through. I think somebody knocked it on, and basically Doyle, I think it was Kachunga, deaded it on. Doyle had loads of space. We had somebody coming down the right hand side. I can't remember who it was. You know what? We were in. If we'd have had a decent pass, yeah. Baptiste beating to the ball. Dixon wrong footed. That was the goal. I mean, yeah, like I said before, Accrington hit it long. It bounced. Baptiste didn't deal with it. He probably didn't know somebody was behind him. The guy nipped in, just headed it, completely wrong footed Dixon, and we were fucked, basically. A bit shit, to be honest. Dixon is shit anyway. I don't like him. And I think Baptiste needs to go because he's too old, too slow. We missed Santos today, really did. Kachunga lucky to be on the pitch. Now, I didn't really see much of it, and I don't think the cameras really showed much. But apparently he grabbed hold of the player with the neck of his shirt and tried to drag him up. A lot of the Accrington players were very upset about it. I didn't really see anything. He could have probably got booked. There was a few people calling for him to be red carded, but hey, he didn't get anything in the end, so it doesn't really matter. My next comment is: do we practice corners? You know what? Do we? I have no idea. We seem to try and put them in the box, but nobody's ever there. I don't know if that's because we're a short team, maybe. If it's because all we do is pass it around on the floor. I have no idea. Sometimes I wish we did do something different, like putting it in the air, like we did practice back to front passing, because we don't do any of that, and we're coming up against teams that do, and we struggle against it. We really do. Affeline very close to the free. Yes, his free kick came in. I don't know if anybody actually got a touch to it. It just went past the far post. Very unlucky. I don't think he tried to score, but he nearly did. And then later on, he outwitted a couple of the players from the right hand side very soon after the free kick. Hit one of the players that just, again, narrowly missed going around the post. And finally, Senior possibly should have scored with the header right at the end of the first half. I think he headed it on the left hand side. Very, very unlucky. Do you know what? The first half, they scored, yes, but we had chances in the first half. Absolutely. We still had a chance of getting back into this game. I didn't think we'd lose it. Second half, apparently Doyle went straight through on goal. I don't know. I missed it. My feed was shanked. There was an off-line chance that went onto the roof of the net. I don't know. Somebody will have to tell me about that, to be honest. And then I actually missed the disallowed goal that they had, which I believe was a foul against Dixon. but apparently he just dropped the ball and let it go in the net. Who knows? I don't know. Somebody could have to tell me about that as well. But I'm not a big fan of Dixon. I think he doesn't control his area. I think he's an half-decent one-on-one and a shot stopper, but he doesn't control things, and I think sometimes we need Jilts back in the net. Although Jilts at the start of the season was awful. He was letting everything go past him and showing his age, so maybe we need a new goalkeeper in January. Doyle off, thank God, yeah. He came off. They put Kajunga up front. Didn't make a blind bit of difference. Michi came on the right hand side. Thank God Doyle did go off, but it didn't make any difference. I think at times we just playing it round sake. Don't understand why we do that. I mean, we mess about with it at the back and we don't do a damn thing with it. All the way through the second half, we had a lot of possession, but as usual, nothing happened. We don't play quickly enough, and I don't know why we do what we do, because it's just wasting time. Even when we were with a couple of minutes left, we're playing it around, and it's like, just get it up front. But again, we've got nobody physical up there. I mean, if Bakayoko were there, maybe we would have. But he's our only physical hope, because other than that, we're not a physical team. And so we can't change our tactics. We have to play it around constantly. And it's getting us nowhere. My next little comment was about Depot being greedy. There was a point in the second half he was down the left-hand side. He had a go. I think everybody else was screaming at him. Why didn't he cross it into the goal mouth? Depot is greedy. That's probably why he's got 9 goals. However, to be honest, he hasn't scored a lot recently. And he's continuing to be greedy, so maybe he needs to start helping the team a bit more than himself. Maybe he's a little bit out of form. I mean, he still does the occasional great thing in the games, but his ability to do things is not as much as it was, so maybe he needs to be playing into a bit of form. Okay, this next one. Almost a fuck up at the back, like pissing about with it. Yeah, very towards the end of the second half, we nearly get ourselves in a huge heap of trouble again, as usual, because we fuck about with it constantly. I mean, why do we have to fuck about with it at the back? We're chasing the game, just fucking get it forward. And all this fucking about, let's pass it back to the goalkeeper, let's pass it back to the defender, let's pass it back to the goalkeeper, let's pass it back to the... It's just a waste of fucking time. I understand, we are the type of team that do that, but we have to start learning from our mistakes. How many times this season have we almost been in trouble because of exactly that sort of possession? It's just ridiculous. We're naive. And I think actually Everett's tactics sometimes are naive. Right, they had a free header at corner towards the end of the second half. I mean, fuck. It was nearly 2-0. It was dead and buried. I mean, to be honest, it was dead and buried anyway, because the second half we were shocking. But we were nearly well and truly finished off. And my final comment about the second half itself, what's the point in bringing Delfonso on? If there has ever been a bigger waste of space as a player, then I'd like to know who it is, because Delfonso is a waste of time. In fact, he's a waste of oxygen. That seems really harsh. No, that is a bit harsh. But, other than playing at Scunthorpe last season, when he outfoxed the defenders, when, let's be honest, he shouldn't have been outfoxed by what he did, he hasn't done anything at Bolton special, really. He got crossing at Yeovil last season. He scored 1 or 2 goals, but you know what? Other than that, he doesn't do anything. I get why we got him, but he's not good enough. And in January, I'd let him go. I really would, because he's just not good enough. He doesn't add anything to the team. He comes on. I mean, yeah, okay, we don't have anybody to bring on other than him, but he doesn't add anything to the team, so don't bring anybody off. He's just a complete waste of space. And we bring him on, and then you think, oh, is he going to get any touches? I think he had about 2 or 3 touches today. And he was brought on with about 3 minutes left as well. What's the point of bringing a player on with 3 minutes left? It's just crap. That's what it is, crap. It's just ridiculous. Everett just needs some better tactics. And I guess that plays in. Should we sack Everett? Well, we could sack him, but actually, is there any point? I mean, we can't do anything in the transfer window until January. I guess we need to see who he brings in. Anyway, that's my 2 pence. Hope you enjoyed it. You know what to do. Thanks for watching. Bye.